All right, let's try this again. This is podcast 6.1. Hopefully there'll be no copyright infringements on this one. Damn you, NBC. All right, so ways the executive branch influences lawmaking. All right, first, the president delivers an annual address to Congress. Usually he talks about things that are going on in the country, and he talks about legislation that he would like to see Congress enact the upcoming year. Remember, the president can't actually propose legislation, but there are definitely things that he would like to get done, that he would like to see Congress get done. So let's look at some lighter moments from a recent State of the Union address.
It's not too much of a stretch to say that some of the only people in America who are going to work the same job in the same place with a health and retirement package for 30 years are sitting in this chamber. I'm guessing we won't agree on health care anytime soon. But, applause right there. Just a guess. 60 years ago, when the Russians beat us into space, we didn't deny Sputnik was up there. We didn't argue about the science or shrink our research and development budget. We built a space program almost overnight, and 12 years later, we were walking on the moon.
All right. The president, again, he can't propose legislation, but he definitely, or she definitely talks about it, gives comments on it, says whether there's legislation they like, they don't like, and what they think Congress should be doing about it.
Last month, House leaders declared that they needed 21 additional days to pass legislation, giving our intelligence professionals the tools they need to protect America. That deadline passed last Saturday without any action from the House. This week, House leaders are finally bringing legislation to the floor. Unfortunately, instead of holding a vote on the good bipartisan bill that passed the United States Senate, they introduced a partisan bill that would undermine America's security. This bill is on last month, House leaders.
You can tell President Bush was not happy with what the House was doing. So the president, from time to time, will speak out about types of legislation. Sorry about that. Someone at the door. All right. The president can approve or veto legislation. So any bill that goes through both houses of Congress, you know how a bill becomes a law, then goes to the president's desk. And at that time, the president decides if he likes the bill, he'll approve it. If he doesn't, he can veto it. Now, if Congress wants to override a veto, they have to have a 2/3 vote from each house. So vetoes have been overridden. Doesn't happen often, but the House and the Senate can override a president's veto. Here's President Obama signing some legislation.
When I'm watching the game, I don't want those ads coming on loud. I don't want to have to pick up the clicker. You know, this is practical.
When have we
Makes a
done?
difference right away.
If we're counting potatoes, when is the last
And look at this. This is all this.
one-page bill?
One-page bill. That's
And
what
then
I'm saying.
the Senate did turn it into almost a page.
That's fine.
All right. Next. The president appoints officials who will help him or her carry out the law. These are the president's cabinet, and these are his or her advisors.
The president-elect announced his first choices as senior White House aides. Each man represents an opposing side of the Republican Party. Trump's chief of staff, current party chairman Reince Priebus, is a consummate Washington insider regarded as close to House of Representatives Speaker Paul Ryan. Priebus will be tasked with cultivating Trump's working relationship with establishment members of the party like Ryan, whose agendas don't always align with Trump's. In picking Priebus, Trump passed over his campaign chairman, Stephen Bannon, who he named chief strategist and senior advisor. Bannon's fierce criticism of the Republican establishment.
All right. So that is talking about the president appointing people to work with him. Carry out the laws. Execute the laws, you might say. All right. the president can issue illegal or executive acts and orders. So I found this funny video talking about some of the executive orders that President Trump has signed. You take it for what it is. It's just a humorous video. But the president signs these acts and these orders. Usually they're for things that are very mundane. But President Obama and President Trump have both signed some ones that people have criticized because it might be considered bypassing the lawmaking process.
Together, we will make America great again. Hands too small, can't build the wall. Hands too small, can't build the wall.
All right. Final thing, the president appeals directly through the media in communications with citizens. I'm not going to go ahead and play this video. It's pretty long. We've already watched it in class. But from time to time, the president will use the media, whether it's through a press conference, whether President Obama would write op-ed pieces in the Washington Post and the New York Times, where he's trying to appeal to citizens to get on his side when it comes to different legislation. So this is a rehash of 6.2. I hope you enjoy, 6.1. Again, damn NBC Universal. So yeah, hope you liked it. Hope you enjoyed it, and have a great day. Bye.